So, do you know this gentleman? Anybody? Gentleman. Now, his name is Marc Reklau. He's a coach, he's a speaker, he's an author. And this book, 30 Days, Change Your Habits, Change Your Life, is #1 Amazon bestseller. And today it's one of the bestsellers in the world. Now, this book was published in 2015 and it has a combined sales and downloads of over 1,70,000 copies and has been translated into Spanish, German, Portuguese, Japanese, Indonesian, Thai, and Korean. He wrote this book after being fired from his job. So this book was published in 2015. He was fired from his job in 2014. And he literally went jobless to bestseller, which is actually the title of his second book. So this was his first book, which became a bestseller almost within a couple of years of publishing. 2015 this was published. And as this became a bestseller, almost within a year's time on Amazon, he wrote another book. And this book was from jobless to Amazon bestseller. It's a step-by-step system I follow to write, self-publish, market, and promote my book to become a #1 bestseller on Amazon. And this book is actually an asset for anyone. In fact, this is one of the books which is not available free. I checked many places for this PDF version of this book. I didn't find it. And the paperback version costs about 1,300 rupees in India. This book. Okay. Now, his message is very simple. His mission is to empower people to create the life they want and to give them the resources and tools to make it happen. So every book that he has written, most of this book, these are all 1-page, 2-page, or 3-page chapters. And you can just read the book, read that chapter, and you can apply it. And most of his books are designed in a way so that every day you read a chapter, then you live that chapter throughout that day. Actually do whatever you learn from that book, whatever you gather from that book, from that particular chapter, and just do those activities throughout the day. And then you see what happens. So his message is very simple. Many people want to change things in their lives, but few are willing to do a simple set of exercises constantly over a period of time. You know, I shared a session over last week on one of the topics, which is momentum. So we start doing things, but sometimes also we could set the momentum to continue it, but we fail to maintain that momentum. And as a result, we fail to achieve the result that we want to achieve. So he has written a book in a way, every book, jahan pe unka, the main message is that many people want to change things in their lives, but few are willing to do a simple set of exercises constantly over a period of time. You can plan and create success and happiness in your life by installing habits that support you on the way to your goals. So every book that he has written, this was his mission. Like this is his mission. So far he has written about 13 books since 2015. It's like almost one book a year. Now here is a bio which is in Marc Reklau's own words. ये उनके website से मैंने लिया है. It says, I was born in Esslingen, Germany in 1973. I grew up with one goal and one goal only, to become a professional football player. After holding on a bit too long to this dream, I finally began studying a bit more seriously. So after studying a career I didn't really like, international business and language, that was the topic of the subject which he studied. So after studying a career which I really didn't like, the subject was international business and languages. I worked in a job I hated for most of the time during 11 years. I was fired from that job at the end of September 2013 with savings for 2 years and over 200 hours of coaching training. I decided to open a coaching business and to write a book. September 2013. This is what happened. Fast forward 12 years and one book turned into more than 50 books on Amazon in various languages, including workbooks and gratitude journals plus 16 audiobooks. I'm now making a full-time living as a writer, which probably would come most surprising to my 11th grade German teacher, Herr Scher, who advised me strongly to major in biology and not in German. After living in Germany, US, Mexico, Spain, and Malta, I now settled down in a Siofok at the shore of Hungarian Sea, Lake Balaton, where I take long walks along the lake with my better half. When I am not walking around doing Amazon ads or writing, I just like to relax, play video games, or travel the world with my partner in crime, Natalia. So see how this man's world changed. Just he was fired in September 2013. Followed by, so what he did, this was his first book, which came in the year 2014, followed by the next book, which is, where am I? Yeah. So this book was published in 2015, almost in a year's time. Then this book came out, which is The Productivity Revolution. This is book number 3. Then this book came out, which is Destination Happiness. See, you notice in each of his books, he is talking about a number. Did you notice that? How he titles his books? 30 days, then followed by, this book also has a number, followed by The Productivity Revolution, then followed by Destination Happiness, where he's talking about 12 simple principles that will change your life. Love yourself first, boost your self-esteem in 30 days. This is book number 5. And this is book number 6 that we are reading every Sunday now. We have just started reading this book on a Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m. How to Become a People Magnet. Essentially, he had written 13 books. Out of them, 3 books are the bestsellers. Bestsellers means they have sold more than 1 million copies. This is the second book. Like, this is his 6th book, but it is the second bestseller book in his collection. And the third bestseller was obviously that book where he mentioned how he became a writer from being jobless. Now, what I would like to share here is the book, the 6th book. You know what is the dimension of that book? This is the dimension of that book. It just fits into your palm. इतना छोटा सा book है. And it has कुल मिला के 145-46 pages. Okay. Each chapter has only 2 pages. In fact, most of the chapter has only 2 pages. एक तो chapter होगा जो शायद 3rd page तक spill over हुआ है. But most chapters are only 2 pages. The title of the book says 62 life-changing tips to attract everyone you meet. How to become a people magnet. And this is a book which I strongly recommend each one of you to not just read, but actually think, act, and then discover what is possible. You just put yourself on a journey of 62 days. Actually, including introduction, it is 63 days. Divided by 7, it's 9 weeks. So you put yourself on a journey of 9 weeks. आप अपने आप को ना मतलब एक तरह से exile में लेके चले जाइए. You don't need to read any other book during these 9 weeks. I'm sharing from my own experience. I read this book long back. And this book was published in 2017. So this is a book which actually makes you a people magnet. और अगर आपको शक है तो आप मुझे देख सकते हैं. You know that what kind of person I have become. So about this book, let me share a little bit about this book. Do you sometimes not know what to say or how to start a conversation? Do you sometimes not know what to say or how to start a conversation? Do you find it difficult to convince your colleagues to follow your lead? Do you want to improve your relationship with others? Like these are the primary three questions which Marc is talking about to start this book. So in this book, he reveals the secrets behind successful relationship with people. In this practical and straightforward guide, you will learn specific principles that will help you to build more powerful relationships, stronger connections, and leave a positive, lasting impression on everyone you get in touch with. Practice these easy to follow guidelines, and you will realize that becoming a people magnet is easier than you thought. Now, if you think that whether this is going to work with you or not, you can think about me. Whatever I just shared with you, do you think that those things reflect on me? Do you think that I connect with people just like that? Within a few minutes, I can take you into a world where you will feel like that you are talking to somebody जिनको हमेशा याद रखना चाहिए, जिनके साथ हमेशा कनेक्शन मेंटेन करके रखना चाहिए. You know, this is what even you can become. Because if you can notice it, that means you also have those qualities. The only difference is that you are not aware of it. That's the only difference. I am aware of it, you are not aware of it. But you too have the same qualities. आपके अंदर वो सारे हुनर है. The only thing is that you need to work on those. You need to identify them and you need to work on them. Okay. Now, almost within 7 minutes, I completed this session. Now, we can take it longer. So what I'm doing, I'm just reading the introduction of the book. सिर्फ introduction पढ़ के सुनाता हूँ. And you just notice how much time it takes to read each chapter. Okay. So what I will also do, let's share the PDF of this book so that we can read it together. So this is the book. This is the cover. I strongly recommend you buy this book. You know, it doesn't cost much, but it is a life-turning book. You know, आपको पूरा बदल देगा. So here is the introduction, and let me read it. You can read with me, or you can just keep your eyes closed and listen to the conversations, and just observe how much time I take to read it. Okay. So introduction says, your success and happiness in life to a great extent depends on how you get along with other people. Are you able to influence and persuade them? Although success can mean something entirely different for each person, there is one common denominator: other people. Les Giblin mentions in his book, The Art of Dealing with People, that various scientific studies have proven that if you learn to deal with other people, you will have gone 85% of the way down the road to success in any business, occupation, or profession, and about 99% of the way to happiness. I agree completely. Although I teach that everyone is 100% responsible for their own happiness, people are a huge factor and can influence your happiness or unhappiness enormously. I have good news for you. Good guys do not finish last anymore. If you get along well with people, doors will open where there were none before. We have to learn to get along with people so that we can be happy and at the same time leave our counterparts' ego intact. The most successful people are usually the ones who best get along with people. Of course, there are always exceptions to the rule. Science tells us that the number one predictor of success and lasting happiness is our social relationships. People with a strong social network even live longer. The most successful people, quite often, aren't the ones with superior intelligence or the best skills. And the happiest people, most times, aren't smarter than we are. Yet, they are the ones who have the greatest people skills. You cannot force people to like you. And this book is not about people pleasing. But if you work on your people skills, you will see that people in some magical way cooperate more willingly with you, appreciate you more, and finally give you the approval and acceptance you have always craved for. And the best is that it will all happen naturally. Remember, what goes around comes around. If you now think, I will work on my people skills when people start accepting me more, that's like being thirsty and saying, I will drink when I'm not thirsty anymore. Don't wait. Start practicing your people skills now. In this book, you will learn specific principles that you can start practicing right away. Most of them are common sense, but it's always good to have a reminder because, as they say, common sense is the least common of all senses. The times are over when you could force people to act as you want or force them to give you what you want. The best strategy as of today is to learn the skills of dealing with people. Let's get to work. 6 minutes. And I read so slowly, no hurry. कितना आराम आराम से पढ़ा. Read each and every word of this book. Actually read. पढ़ के जैसे बच्चों पढ़ते हैं. That's how you read this book. Each and every word. Feel the vibration of that word. Bring that vibration around you. Set those frequency of the vibrations in the quantum field around yourself, and then you see how the magic unfolds. I would strongly recommend you to join us on this Sunday morning. We have completed up to chapter 8. However, we just read the book just like that. But now my invitation is that we'll just read 7 chapters every Sunday. And we'll follow those 7 chapters throughout the week. Collectively. And then what we'll do next Sunday when we'll join together, we'll just share our experiences. That this is what I experienced, this is what I went through, this is what happened with me. This is what I discovered for myself. This is how I noticed that how people are getting attracted to me, how people are paying attention to whatever I am saying, how my presence in a Zoom session makes a difference. The moment I enter, people know that I have entered. Yeah. They wait to listen to me. और ये सब आपके साथ होने वाला है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं कि आई एम गुड एट इट और आई एम स्पेशल अबाउट इट, नथिंग लाइक दैट. All these things can happen. You only need to have to set that mindset to actually be in this activity over next 62 days, 63 days. And then you see what is possible. Okay, so that's it from my side.